What's up, blockchain? Good afternoon. This is Nick from TruthBlitz. Hope you guys are having a good one. And I guess it's looking a little bit better currently in the market. So let's take a quick look. Right now, we've gone up slightly in overall market cap, 268 billion, 268 and a half really. Bitcoin dominance still 45% flat. And we have Bitcoin at 7,127. So as you can see, mostly green in the market. And it looks like some people are saying that, we hit the bottom. I'm not quite convinced of that yet. And if you take a look, we see Crypto Blood's chart. It looks like we hit the $6,600 support area and are kind of slowly going back up. Now, like I said, I am not convinced that we're through with this. I think we might bounce off of this resistance area of 73, we'll call it, and then end up going back down. Now, this area here of 59, we'll call it 5,900. Okay, this is a very strong support area, and if we scroll way back, you can see back in February, when we got down to here, beginning of February, we hit this area, as you can see, and then we really took a strong move upward, right? We ended up back over at 11,000, close to $12,000. Now, that is a good possibility that will happen again. That we will end up going back down to that support area, because the support at 6,600 is not a really strong support area. However, this 5,900 is. It's very strong support. So, hopefully, we will be able to gain enough momentum to not have to go back down and test that area. But I think the chances are very good that that will happen. So it's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. I was talking to Crypto Blood about this yesterday, and we saw the all-time highs of, we'll say $20,000 Bitcoin, and it's just hard right now with the current climate to picture any really good news that's going to take us back up to that area, right? To make us touch those highs again. Now, I think it'll be relatively easy to get to $11,000, $12,000. That is a definite, it's probable. Now, for us to get back to 20,000 anytime soon, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm still optimistic. I still have faith in Bitcoin and definitely in blockchain altogether. But for us to see those previous highs or surpass those, it may, and I don't want to get real doom and gloomy, but it may take a black swan event. And, I also was talking with him about this, and he agreed that with this whole petro yuan, which I talked about in a video a couple days ago, that could be what brings on that black swan event. We could see a significant crash of the US dollar. I know people have been talking about this for years, including myself. The economic collapse. Well, it now appears that we are moving ever closer to a situation like that. It's funny, I just happened to watch a documentary that I happened to just scroll by and see on YouTube yesterday about the Silicon Valley elite who are now prepping and, buying retreat properties and bunkers and all kinds of things like that, because, and these are not stupid people. These are people who are very smart and aware of what's happening, and they all feel that there's an economic collapse coming. Now, 8, 10 years ago, when I used to talk about this to people, when I started prepping, I was looked at as a fringe nut job. And I don't want to get too off the topic of crypto and into prepping, but basically what I'm saying is it is becoming ever more widely accepted and acknowledged that we are nearing a catastrophic economic event. So basically, that might be what signals this event, is this petro yuan circumventing the petrodollar, giving all of these countries another option to buy oil with a gold-backed currency. And as you know, the US dollar, ever since the Bretton Woods Agreement, is no longer backed in gold. We are backed in nothing but debt. So, anyway, I digress. Let's talk a little bit about a couple things. I saw a couple articles here, and I just want to touch on them briefly. I'm not even going to read them, but you can see that, and let me find a couple of them here. You can see that a lot of countries are embracing cryptocurrency while the United States continues to fight it. All right, and you might know that if you watched the Pillar demo video yesterday, I am a big fan of Pillar. I hold a good amount of Pillar, and I'm very excited about that project. Well, the wallet, they did their final demo, and it's this video right here. They talked about, the wallet is going to be available for everybody to use. However, we in the United States are going to be blocked from using the exchange function. Now, this doesn't make me like Pillar any less. They need to do what they need to do to cover their asses in a regulatory sense. And that's just the way it is. And all this means is we in the US are going to have to seek out decentralized exchanges if things keep going the way they're going. And I watched Silvertooth's video yesterday, and he made a very good point that these countries that accept and embrace cryptocurrency are going to prosper, and if we fight it, we are going to be left behind, okay? And I have really just seen this nation in so many ways lately, just I don't know, just making a lot of bad moves, and it has been for a while, but the people who control this country they are in it for their interests, not the interest of the American people, and that is blatantly obvious, okay? They are in it for the interest of the elite, of themselves. Now, here's an article that I saw that I found interesting, and I think it's a very good idea. AirAsia planning cryptocurrency-based rewards program. So, the Malaysian discount airline plans to use its proprietary Bitcoin token to facilitate transaction and act as frequent flyer rewards program. More airlines should do this. They have frequent flyer miles on your when you use your credit card and so on and so forth. You get them on your credit card. They could be giving out frequent flyer miles in cryptocurrency. I think that's very cool. Now you do see a couple countries here that are still fighting cryptocurrencies, like here, Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan central bank wants to ban cryptocurrencies. When I think of Kazakhstan, I think of the movie Borat. My sister is number 2 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan. I don't think this is going to have a big impact at all on cryptocurrency. Kazakhstan is a small country. But nevertheless, I like to see countries embrace cryptocurrency, because the more countries embrace it, the more countries that adopt it, and I am hopeful that in the future, the more countries embrace it, and there's another article I'll show you in a second. The United States may realize we're making a big mistake here. Let's change our stance on cryptocurrency because it is widely overregulated at the moment, or heading that way anyway. I know there's not a lot of real solid regulation or legislation about it, but the way things are looking, it just doesn't look good. Seoul Mayor aims to launch capital's own crypto, establish better environment for blockchain startups. There you go. You see South Korea, which has a huge part of the overall market. Yeah, we had the FUD about the whole South Korea thing last year. But they're not really going for the kind of regulation that the United States is going for. They want to be crypto friendly, and the United States does not. So basically, what we're going to need to see here is we're really going to have to just kind of wait, first of all, and see what happens, see what kind of solid regulation gets put in place. You have the Poloniex exchange, which is going to be the first registered with the SEC exchange. Now, I talked about how that is going to allow for institutional money to start coming in. However, looking at it from another angle, I don't know how good of an idea it is, because that really is going to set a precedent. Any other exchange that does not comply will be shut down for U.S. investors anyway, or that's possible. I mean, I don't know. Everything is really so much still up in the air that a lot of people are really just kind of on the edge of their seats and waiting in anticipation to see what is going to happen. We do have people that are fighting for our interests, and when I say our interest, I mean the interest of people who hold crypto, people who are in this space. Now, granted, we have other people that are kind of a lot more people, I should say, that are fighting it. But I do think that overall, I just think they're going to have to learn, make mistakes on things, and then learn the hard way that really fighting this is not going to work. So they're going to have to end up changing their stance on things. That's just my opinion. But the way I see it right now is I think it's a very good possibility. Because as you know, they cannot ban this. All right? They can make it harder for us, but they can't stop this. It's too far in. And I've talked about this a few times about Max Kaiser, about his statement during Davos World Economic Forum, about how we are too far in for them to stop this revolution. If they wanted a chance at stopping this, they would have had to put a stop to this 5 years ago. And now it is just too far in, and there is no stopping this freight train, in my honest opinion. So, and the proof is in a lot of these countries that are really just embracing this. And the more countries embrace this, and the more we see them benefiting from this, it's going to be contagious. You're going to see a lot more countries seeing that and basically coming to the realization that cryptocurrency and blockchain is a positive thing, and they should embrace it as well. Now, the United States may be the last one to come to that realization. Who knows? But I do think that eventually they will. And the other thing is that in regards to pricing, like I said, if we see this black swan event, this meltdown of the U.S. dollar, expect prices to really shoot up as people look for a safe haven for their ever increasing worthless fiat, their US dollars. So anyway, guys, I'm kind of babbling now. I just kind of wanted to just come out and just talk about a couple general things. There's really just not a whole lot right now to report on. A few small things, and the Pillar wallet demo. I was definitely impressed with the demo. I'm very excited for that to come out. Very much looking forward to it. Now, again, it is bad news that currently they're not going to be able to service U.S. users on the exchange portion of that wallet. But still, the wallet is looking very good. There's going to be a lot of functionality to that wallet coming down the pike. Just really cool things that are going to be implemented on it that no wallet has ever even come close to seeing. So it's just a really exciting project. It is truly going to be a whole ecosystem, and it's exciting. It really is. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Did you like the Pillar demo? I'm sure if you're a U.S. resident, you're pissed off about the exchange part. But this is the world we're living in right now if you're a U.S. resident. So buckle up, and we just got to grin and bear it. But ultimately, I think we will prevail. And, we're just going to have to hang on for the ride. So anyway, guys, that's it for now. It's been Nick from TruthBlitz. Follow me on Twitter at TruthBlitzMedia. Check me at truthblitz.com. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the Block Party Podcast official channel. Got an episode coming out tomorrow morning. And I will see you guys later.